got this idea. It's almost a year since I did wild camping with my children. So I never did go out for that solo wild camp. And the summer seems to be drawing to a close this year. And I figured I need to go out and do that. Going out on my own and camping on my own, being out in the dark on my own, was scary. I find the idea scary. And I figure I need to do it. So I'm at Houndtor, and I've got my bike all packed up in the best way that I could figure how. Anyway, so back on with it. Let's go. Too friendly. Oh. Yeah, not getting up that one. So that little ride was really quite nice and beautiful and gentle and quick. I thought the riding would be a bit longer, you know. I'm not used to looking at the map and going, oh, that'll take that long. But of course, a walk is different, and on a bike, you just kind of go boosh. I can hear the river, you know. But it's really nice to just be here, enjoy the stillness and just that cruise. It's a beautiful day. The sunlight's just spilling through. I was just thinking to myself that I'm not enjoying it like I thought I might, and it's because I'm doing what I tend to do, which is think with anxiety first, you know, like, oh, is this going okay? Is this blah, 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 blah. And I suppose, you know, moments like this, taking that first step and going, right, come on, today, Chris, is the day when you're going to do that thing for the first time. Once you've done it, you can then start to enjoy it. You can go and do it again and feel more comfortable and confident and competent. So yeah, let's go. I don't suppose you can feel or sense the how steep this is. There are walkers and dogs, so I'm just going to really max out the brake pads here, but I like to just ride down a little bit. It's nice being back on the bike. I actually haven't ridden in months. Not since I did the Widowmaker. I've really pumped up the tyres, but they feel flat. I think it's just the weight. Well, I know it's the weight. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Woo! This is cool. This is what I kind of fantasized about with mountain biking. It wasn't about doing trails. It was about learning how to go out and overcome terrain to get from A to B. This is exactly what I was doing this practice on the trails for. And here I am. Wouldn't have been able to do that before. Hello. Can I do it? No! Well, I can't do that bit, but you know, there we go. Yeah, okay. This is not I was going to say this is not a mountain bike space. then I can see tracks. Oh. People way more capable than I. Wow. This is a place to come along. It's so untouched. Kind of expect to see Frodo and Gandalf having a mosey along here. It is a bike on the back sort of time. But I've got too much on my back. Made it to the edge of this wood. Okay, so. Alright. Okay, so. Started at Hound Tor. Well, we've just gone through the deep, dark Frodo forest. And I do believe that we're now here. And what I need to do is there is a left and a right. But we've got smaller rocks, I hope I'm saying that right, and Logan stone and whole rock, and I believe that we've got whole rock there. We've got smaller whatever they're called, rocks. And yeah, which means that Hator is that way. Kind of there. That's as awesome as my navigational skills go. They all add up to going that way. So, going that way. Oh! All I'm doing is walking and pushing a bike. This is really beautiful, but it's a walk. It's not a bike route. At least, not for me. Some of that might be cool on the way down. Yeah, it'd be cool on the way down. It's beautiful being out here, but I don't know what it is. There's something that's not clicking for me. And I'm not sure it is going to. I think, if I'm honest, I want to go home. Well, the sun is strong this evening. I feel like I've been looking forward to making this video for ages, and I've got the time, and I'm just not in that frame of mind. And what's that about? And maybe so I don't have that real A to B challenge and I didn't plan it. I don't know. I feel like I'm just being a witchy bastard now. I mean, you know, I'm enjoying being out. I'm just thinking there's something that isn't clicking, and I've got to figure that out. I feel like it's actually because I'm on my own, which is odd. I usually don't mind doing things on my own, if I'm honest. But yeah, you know, I've gone wild camping a couple of times with a few other people, and that's been lovely. And whilst there's this challenge for me to do it on my own, just to do it on my own, I think my conclusion at the end of this is going to be nice to share the view. Yeah. Anyway, look at this. We are now, as my calculations were so awesome because I'm a navigational wizard, I'm not, absolutely fluked, but there is Hator. So now we have the pleasure, in this beautiful sunlight, of going to have a look at some of the quarries. It's just stunning, absolutely beautiful. I never knew that that little Garden of Eden existed so near to where I grew up, and that's one of the things I've been so ignorant to it all. But again, this year has just been so fantastic to get out and find the wonders of Devon, really. and have some adventures around there. Anyway, so as you can tell, we're on some flat land. I can start to use these. And yeah, let's get a bit of momentum. This is beautiful. Oh, look at that. I'm off the hill and I'm in a good mood again. Superficial shallow bastard, yeah. Look at this. So you can find this from walking here through the car park, and you walk to the right of Haytor instead of straight up the hill. You find this and you can walk along. It's really beautiful. It's like the Garden of Eden. Here we are at Haytor. So here we have some climbers up on Haytor. So I'm really jealous. So going up here, I think it's called zigzag. I'm not getting the hang of this, am I? Right. Practice. There. That's called zigzag. And it's a different style of climbing to some of the stuff I've done with Sheep's Tour and Hound Tour. This has been another fantastic pursuit, climbing outdoors, which is very much where I have preference. But yeah, you know, I never would have looked at a slab like that and thought, yeah, I'll climb that. So it's really great. You rope up and you have a crack. The funny thing is that, you know, even as a noob, I haven't fallen and had to rely on the rope really, so it's weird to think that you can, that's within the realm of human capability to climb up that even as a noob and figure it out along the way. I wouldn't recommend it, it's better to have a rope, but it's interesting to think about how the rope is the just in case, but chances are you're going to get up there. Yeah, anyway, thought I had to stop and just take a look. Well, I've ridden around a fair bit. It's been a really beautiful evening. Until 5 minutes ago I was still like, should I ride back to the car? If I could find my way. You know, I'm here, I'm gonna do it. I sound like a miserable bastard. I don't know why that is. I'm usually more enthused. I was certainly more enthused this time last year, and I still am. I enjoy camping. But I've always said that I don't want the camping for the camping. I want the camping for the experience, like enabling a journey from A to B, like, and you've got to camp in the middle of it because you're doing so much mileage or something. And there's something there, I think. So tonight is just because I'm already here. I'm going to invest in that time of, okay, I'm going to do the night on my own. I still want to be able to say that I've done that. And actually now I'm talking about it, I'm a bit enthused to be like, yeah, I'm going to do it. A night on my own. I'm going to be shit scared. What the fuck am I doing? But let's recap. So I still can't do that weather person pointing thing. I see on the screen. Well, I can't figure this out. Yeah, okay, so there's Hound Tour and my face, Greer Tour, and yeah, so I've gone down into this valley and up. It's been quite the ordeal. So it's time to find a little patch, probably here. or maybe the other side just to shield from the wind, which seems to be that way. But look at the scenery, whoop, almost went off. It's really beautiful. It is beautiful. Why wouldn't I enjoy being here for the night? So I'm just going to finish my coffee with a view, had to say it. And then I'll quickly set up the tent. It shouldn't take more than 10 minutes, and then I'll just be set for enjoying the sunset with while dinner's cooking up. Yeah, and you know, it's calm and it's pretty and it's everything it should be. And I must admit that for all my griping earlier, I wouldn't say I'm happy, but I'm feeling content. As far as moments go, this is alright, you know, the simplicity of no conflict, really. But maybe I'm just getting a bit philosophical now, I don't know why. Just drink the coffee and enjoy the view. So, yay! Alright, there's a lot of shit. Look at all that room. It's amazing. Okay, so all set up. You know, bike's tucked away, tent's made, bed's made. It's time for dinner with a view. So for dinner we've got plant-based sausages. I'm not a vegan or anything, but it seems better than meat in a bag all day. I'm going to mix that with rice and sweet and sour sauce. Getting windy. Sausages all mashed up, and I put the sweet and sour sauce. This is not going to go down in the history books for amazing camping food. So here I am, sitting in the dark, in the middle of the moors. There's a star there. I don't think you can see that. This is a very exciting video. One last video for today. Well, I feel like I've been whining and moaning a little bit, and I can't even show you all of those videos, you know, my feelings in the moment, because there was so much wind, I suppose. So it's about 10 o'clock, maybe just gone that. And I'm in the tent, I'm going to bed down, and, you know, I've mentioned a bit about today, like, I feel like I was doing it not for the wrong reasons, but you know, there are many reasons why you might want to do something. I think that I just kind of realized, even as I set off, that it's sheening in my eyes. I'm going to take my glasses off. Wild camping for me is, I think, something I want to share. So you know, there's still this thing of, oh, okay, let's you know, do the one night on my own out on the moors or in the woods, whatever, camping. And that's good as a, you know, at least you can say you've done it. But, you know, as the sun was setting, I even realised, like, I don't feel like I need to say I've done it. I just want to go home and not waste a night. Which sounds really terrible, you know, because, you know, why is it wasting a night to be out in nature? And it's like, I don't feel like I'm in nature. I feel like I'm in a tent, which is odd. I feel like, you know, I've got the tent, I've got the sound of the zips, you know, the rustling of your sleeping bag, and you know, the bad camping food and a tipple of whiskey or wine or whatever, and the view and the sound of nature, and just, you know, that tranquility. All of that is there. All of the ingredients are there, but there's just not someone with me, and I think I'm realizing that. Actually, for me, for this activity, that's actually important. Some things are just better with company. Some things are better shared. And on some level, I think I knew that when I was leaving this morning. Oh, no, sorry, not this morning, this afternoon. And that's fine. It's fine to learn that about myself, and it's fine to learn that about this activity. I know that I've done it. I've checked it off the list. Wild camping is now something that I would do as of 2020. And now I know that it's something that I prefer to do in shared company. And so, yeah, it's fine. It's a good experience. I look forward to being home tomorrow. But again, you know, this isn't anything bad about like Chronicles of Noob. This is about that is the experience. You know, at least go out and try it and see where it sits in your life. It's not that I don't like camping. I do like camping. Camping is still something I really love. I'd love to do it a lot, but with company. If there is that sort of thing where one day I'm challenging myself to, you know, ride 150 miles on a mountain bike, and in the middle there's a camp as a sort of part of efficiency, then great. But you know, when it's a case of packing up the car and bombing off for an afternoon and night and a morning, I'd rather bring company with that. Anyway, I am now about to go to sleep. And the sooner I go to sleep, the sooner it's morning, a bit like Christmas. Yeah, happy days, happy nights, and I'll see you in the morning. It's about 6:20. I'm figuring it's time to get up and go. Alright, let's have a look at the view. Well, I'll enjoy a nice quick coffee. I don't feel the need for breakfast. Quite keen to go. Alright, well, I have to do a last video in the tent because the weather and the wind, you wouldn't be able to hear me or anything like that. So yeah, it's actually really quite cold. It is cold, and but I feel snug enough. I've been so warm in the tent, to be honest, really comfortable. But just being outside, you know, it's like fingers are chilling, and I'm just going to quickly pack up the tent now. I've done everything else, and my morning cup of coffee, I thought I'd sip it overlooking the hills, but that wasn't to be today because of the weather and the cold and the wind. So I've just been like inside, but you know, that's fine. That's what this morning is, and that's okay. Just going to quickly pack up the tent, hop on the bike, and get myself down back into Frodo Forest, Greer Tour, Hound Tour. You're meant to be late to arrive and early to leave, so I'm doing that. And I will leave the hills to somebody else today. Well, all packed up. Woo woo! Well, the sun really is crawling over the hill right now, and it's starting to warm the morning. The cold is coming from the wind, which is relentless, but I think it's starting to ease for anyone that's coming on out to the moor today. And I'm all packed up. I'm ready to go home. There was really nothing that was spooky during the night. I just knew that the wind was blowing, the tent was flapping a bit. Sometimes I think I heard animals, and other times I think I heard my imagination. What's it like to solo wild camp, and you know, is it a scary experience? For me, at least, it wasn't what I thought would be the hard part of this trip. Adventure, challenge. Certainly wasn't. It was the easy part. And I suppose in one sense we all think of doing these sorts of challenges as a way to learn something about ourselves. And I didn't learn that I can push through a fear. The fear ended up not being there, but I did learn that I've come to value company and sharing a few more these days, I suppose. And that sounds all soppy, but that is what this is all about. What did you take away from that experience? It's just, I know where it fits in my life. At least it's in my life. And that's okay, isn't it? That's great. But I suppose at the heart of every story of adventure eventually is the story of the journey home. And it's time for me to go home. Take a moment, just gone through Frodo Woods, as I call it. Some actual beautiful mountain biking there. Some of it you're going to whack the chain on it, so careful on the height. But I was really pleased that everything that I've done on the Widowmaker and the Red Trail at Howden just really came into play in this really natural environment. So that was a really lovely ride down, and I definitely recommend that to anyone. I would say start a hay tour, get to Hound Tour on a day trip. And then come on back. I would say that would be a really nice mountain biking trip. Get yourself to Hound Tour for lunch. This is the bottom of that little valley, and just how beautiful, look. And at this time of the morning, it's just a moment to stop and go, yeah, life is good. Definitely recommend this place. How lovely.